All right, we're back. We're going to address our remaining felony pre-exam conference cases. Then we'll address our personal protection order. We'll just get right to work here. All right, Prosecutor Robert is present. He's ready to go. We've got several different defense attorneys here. Ms. Ives is required to be next door here in a minute. Let's address her matters first. Let's call People versus Mandy Allen. This is from a guy that just took his cough drop out of his mouth, but whatever you have in your mouth, will you take it out?
Yeah, sorry.
This is file 252254FY. Ms. Allen is charged with assault with a dangerous weapon, also known as felonious assault. Which allegedly occurred on November the 5th with her spouse, I think. Ms. Ives, what's the status here?
Your Honor, at this time, my client would like to proceed forward to the exam.
All right. When I talked to you last, Miss Allen, you were about half a step above homeless. Where are you staying now?
Now in Sturgis with Mr. Brown.
At the Mechanic Street address?
Yes,
all right. That premium will be $12.16 at 1 o'clock. Your bond is continued. You're not to have any contact with Bell Ghost. And the screwy thing is, when you got arrested, they had you and Bell in the same cell, sitting right next to each other, and you had no contact provision. So I let you out of jail, but you've held up your end of the deal and you've appeared for everything. So your next hearing date is next Tuesday at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
All right, you're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor. What's your address?
Mandy, you do owe a bunch of money, as you know, $785 worth of.
Quick legal note for everyone watching. This is a classic plea offer moment. If the defendant chooses to push forward with the preliminary exam, the prosecution can legally revoke a deal. It's a high-pressure gamble. Take the offer now or risk losing it forever.
Kaden Bathgate.
Mandy, don't forget you got court on Friday morning, 8:30. Your Honor, do you think we could do Mr. Sanford Haley before I go to see Judge Patterson?
She showed up late and has demands on what order.
Yes, she is. That's true. I thought that was your case. That's her style. Let's do Sanford Haley.
I'm sorry.
I thought Bathgate was yours, and I was going to do your two cases. I just got them out of order. I don't want to keep Judge Patterson waiting. Good morning, sir. Are you Sanford Dean Haley?
Yes, sir.
Again, we met, but you're charged with assault with intent to commit great bodily harm, domestic violence, and interfering with the crime report. Those allegedly occurred on June 16th of 2025, and the complaining witness is Crystal Lynn Allen. What's the status here, Ms. Ives?
Your Honor, at this time, my client is asking for his exam.
Is there a plea offer, Mr. O'Bear?
There was a plea offer made of count one, assault by strangulation. The other counts of habitual would be dismissed. The preliminary exam is held, that offer would be revoked and we'd continue to trial in circuit court without any further negotiations on the case. If Mr. Haley would waive, that offer would remain open, and so would the ability to negotiate.
All right, so you got the word. We'll set this for prelim. We're gonna be very busy next Tuesday afternoon. That will be December 16th at 1 o'clock. Mr. Haley, I don't see that you owe me any money. Do you have any questions? All right, we're gonna presumably be set for a prelim next week. If that is a prelim, any plea offer is revoked. Please up Ms. Ives. Let's take care of Mr. Truckee, and he can get on with his client, and then we'll deal with all right, are you Caleb Stainer?
Yes, sir.
File number is 252434. You're charged with home invasion, second degree, aggravated stalking, interfering with a crime report, and domestic assault. You're on bond on an earlier domestic violence charge, which is filed 252330. That's set for a final pretrial January 22nd of 2026. They set the bond quite high, $30,000 cash or surety, and you did post it. Mr. Truckee, what's the status here?
It's not resolved today. There is a plea offer. Mr. Robert's indicated he'll keep open till Friday. And Mr. Stainer's going to talk that over with some family and consider it. And hope to resolve the case prior to Tuesday.
Is there an effort to try to resolve both cases?
Yes.
Mr. O'Bear, what is the plea offer?
The plea offer would be to plead to DV and illegal entry in the file that's up to date, and DV in file 2523330 SM. The felony charges will be dismissed.
All right, for the time being, we'll set for prelim for December 16th at 1 o'clock. Plea offer remains open for the time being. All right, thank you. You're good to go. Now, wait a minute. You also got an unpaid booking fee, but I'm not worried about that. Your next court appearance will be next Tuesday at 1 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Casey, I think we've cleared the decks for everybody but you.
And
he did fill out an advice of rights as well.
Thank you. This is file 252389 FY. Are you Kaden Matthew Bathgate?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Bathgate, you're charged with resisting obstructing a police officer. Let's go back and look at your complaint.
And we're jumping straight into felony pre-exams. This is where the stakes get real. Quick question for you. Do you think courts should move this fast, or does it risk missing important details? Let me know in the comments.
There it is. The complaint alleges that on November 1st, that you did resist, batter, wound, obstruct, oppose, or endanger Courtney Taylor of the Three Rivers Police Department. That is a felony punishable by up to 2 years imprisonment and a fine of up to $2,000. It's alleged that this happened, as I said, on November 1st on South Main Street. Mr. O'Bear, what's the circumstance here?
The offer is for the defendant to plead to attempt R&O.
Attempt RNO means attempting to resist or obstruct a police officer. The charge of resisting obstructing is a felony. It didn't used to be, but it is now. If you make something an attempt, it makes it half of what the original charge is. An attempted resisting obstructing becomes a misdemeanor. Attempted resisting obstructing is punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you going to plead to that misdemeanor charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you signed an advice of rights acknowledging that you're waiving your right to have a trial and everything that goes with that. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I read the affidavit in this case. This is at night. They're looking for a stolen car. They pull up at Chuck's Body Shop. There was a car with its hood open. And you and 4 or 5 other guys are in this car. They'll take off. And so when the officer from Three Rivers told you to, hey, stop, did you take off and run away?
Yes, Your Honor, but I didn't hear them say stop.
All right, how far did you get?
Cross the railroads.
And then you got stopped by another Three Rivers officer?
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna need some context here, and so I'm probably gonna need to set up for sentencing. So there's this car, which may or may not be stolen. You guys are all at Chuck's Body Shop with the hood open. Is the only person that got caught you?
No, Your Honor.
All right, who else got caught?
Everybody
Rest
else.
are juveniles.
Oh, others. And you're the only one over 17,
Yes, Your Honor.
over 18?
And he is just 18, so at the time of sentencing, we're gonna be requesting HIDA consideration.
I don't have any objection to it being a higher probation.
Can I just do it now?
If the court's comfortable doing that, I have no objection to that.
All right. Tell me about this car. What was the deal with this?
So I was in Battle Creek with my girlfriend, ex-girlfriend at the time, and her family. and for hanging out and stuff. And my friend calls me. He says, I'm coming to pick you up. I was like, okay. I didn't know the car was stolen until we got to Three Rivers, and he said, if you see the cops and stuff, run, car's stolen.
And then, all right, so did the car conk out or something? And then you guys lift the hood and try to figure out what to do with it.
Yep.
What kind of car was it?
A Chevy. I'm not even sure. Chevy something.
All right, so the cops pull up and everybody bails.
Yep.
All right. Were you guys drinking?
I wasn't.
The other kids were?
Yep.
Are you on probation or parole for anything now?
No.
What do you do, sir? Do you work somewhere?
I have a job interview today, later today.
Where's that?
El Camino in Three Rivers.
And Your Honor, for purposes of sentencing, Mr. Bathgate he's living with his mother. She works at Pivotal. He's started to engage in pretty significant therapy and mental health assessments to try to start addressing any and all behavioral concerns and or alcohol concerns that are present. This was a wake-up call for him. And mostly that's why we're seeking the height of protection and a term of probation. I'm sure he would be willing to sign releases for his probation officer to share all of his ongoing treatment with his officer.
HIDA stands for Homes Youthful Trainee Act. It is a statute which allows young people under the age of 26 to have criminal charges set aside. One of the issues is who you're hanging around with. You were the wrong people at the wrong place at the wrong time. And you could save yourself a lot of aggravation if you avoided people like that. I get the sense that you told him that very thing.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
He's been on home detention since this has happened. He's not allowed to go anywhere.
How far did you go in school?
I have 1 semester left.
All right. That's one of the things we're going to do as part of this probation. You're going to get a diploma or a GED. I call it dragging people over the finish line. Are you in school right now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. Very good. I'm going to do 12-month probation, which means you could be discharged at the end of 6. There's a $75 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, a $50 state minimum fee, $150 attorney fee, and a $480 probation oversight fee. We could cut that in half. Get diploma. No drugs, no alcohol, including marijuana. If we gave you a test right now, would it be positive for marijuana?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you're not old enough to smoke marijuana. The people that know about these things determine that marijuana affects your brain development, which it does profoundly. We have a generation of people that started smoking weed when they were 16 or younger. I went to school with lots of them. But now the marijuana is much more potent. It's like drinking 3-2 beer or drinking grain alcohol. It's way stronger and it affects your brain development. So people under 21 aren't allowed to use marijuana, including you. No drugs and no alcohol. The first one will get your levels to 0 and stay that way. Sign a release with Pivotal. So the first term of probation is you're not getting any other trouble. Don't violate any law of any unit of government, the way it's written. No drugs, no alcohol. We'll do a test every once in a while to confirm that. I also want you to get your diploma. The fines are expensive. $350 plus $480, $830. And I expect it's gonna be less, $590. If you can stay out of trouble between now and the time you graduate, after you graduate, I'd be willing to discharge you from this probation. And you're on Homes Youthful Trainee probation.
Notice what just happened. He admits running, but claims he didn't hear the officer yell stop. This kind of detail often becomes the entire backbone of a resisting arrest case. What do you think? Honest mistake or convenient excuse?
All right, you take this downstairs to the probation department.
And my last file is John Scoffield. And I would like to make a record on that because my information is spotty.
All right, I thought we had one more guy in custody.
Taylor Young was in custody. That was a dismissal.
Okay,
Ronnie Miller, I believe, is in
Yes.
custody. That's Tim George's file. He's
Oh.
with Pattison right now.
I thought we were there. All right, let's talk about John Scoffield.
I'm very concerned with him. I'm doing a hesitant fail to appear. He's not here. I had contact with him in the jail on the 7th of December. I went to have contact with him at the jail on Sunday, and I was told by jail staff that he had a medical emergency and received a personal recognizance bond to go to a hospital in Grand Rapids. They did not indicate which hospital in Grand Rapids, so I was unable to call and confirm his status. I do not know if he is hospitalized, if he is alive. I do not know what his status is. But I know that he's not in the jail and he is not here.
Somebody, Judge Pattison, altered the bond. No, Luke Laurie altered the bond. Per magistrate confirmation with Judge Pattison, bond modified to 2,000 PR.
And there might be a very good medical reason for his failure to appear today. I
Yes.
just don't have enough information to inform the court.
I'll continue this to 12/16 at 8:30. And preliminary examination if needed for 12/23/25 at 1. Need to determine defendant's medical status.
What was that prelim date? 12.
12/23.
Thank you.
It can always be moved. I'm here that day. Judge Pattison isn't, but I don't want to do a bench warrant at this point if he's in the hospital.
Thank you. And I will work to confirm that, but I don't know how successful I'll be. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Ms. Thurman, you enjoyed it so much yesterday. You thought you'd come back here again today? What case are you ladies here on?
I actually wanted to speak to you about that paperwork.
The ticket?
No, it was that landlord.
Oh, yeah, I can't talk to you about it. The other side isn't here. But do you have problems doing it on Monday?
When you asked me to pick this up so I could review it.
Yeah.
I didn't look at it until I got to work. But this is paid off.
Well, then we'll find out. So go talk to your manager.
I tried to call her And, when she answered, I said, hey Judy, how you doing? This is Ethel. I first want to say that
Her husband died.
And she just started snapping.
Well, I can't talk to you about the case. The other side isn't here. You can't just show up and then I can't have an ex parte discussion with you about a pending case. The attorney on that case, you can talk to him, and call him. So if you go out to the counter, they'll give you his name and number. And you can call him and say, hey, this is paid, and you can tell him how you thought you were treated by the manager. But otherwise, if the case is resolved, I'm fine with that. But if not, we're gonna address it on Monday. But if it's all paid, then that's all gonna get taken care of. All right, if you go out there, they'll give you his phone number and you can call him and
Thank you.
talk to him. I don't know what happened with any of the pre-trials. There are about 6 of them. I thought maybe something would be resolved. So Josh, it appears the only thing we have left is Ronnie Lee Miller. Is there a plea offer in that?
There is. Stalking.
You're here on the PPO case? All right, we're a little behind. All right, you're fine.